Namaste to all. In this short audio, we are going to see a beautiful Ved mantra which I learned from my Acharya Swami Ram Swarup Ji Yogacharya. I will read out the mantra for you. Om Dva Suparna Sayuja Sakaya Samanam Vriksham Parishasvajate Tayorannayah Pipalam Swadavattaya Nashannannayo Abhichakashiti. So this Ved mantra has super deep secret in this. First, let's understand the word to word meaning of this mantra. Dva Suparna. Dva means two. Ekha means one. Dva means two. Suparna. Suparna means birds. There are two birds, God says in this mantra. And Sayuja Sakaya. These two birds are very closely connected with each other, and they are Sakaya means friends. They are kind of friends. And Samanam Vriksham Parishasvajate. These two birds are Samanam, are situated or located on a tree. They are sitting on a tree. Vriksham. Vriksham means tree. And out of these two birds, Tayorannayah Pipalam Swadavat. One of the bird is eating the fruit which is in the tree. One of the bird is eating. Swad means it is tasting it. Whereas Anshannannayo, the other one does not eat. One of the bird is eating the fruit, the other one is not eating, but it is Chakashiti. It is just a witness. It is just seeing the other bird which is eating the fruit. So one bird does not eat, one bird is eating. So this is the Ved mantra. Normally when we understand or read Ved mantra by books, we will not be able to relate to the deeper philosophy in the Ved mantras. Only a yogi can explain it. So I listened this mantra from my Acharya. So if you go to a yogi, he will explain the deepest knowledge available in this Ved mantra. Here God is saying there is a vriksha, there is a tree, and that tree is nothing but our human body. Why this tree is our human body, or God is giving this kind of example, is because tree is normally destructed. It falls down. It is destructed in cyclone, or somebody cuts it, or somebody damages it, it dies off. So similarly our human body also, the same situation happens to our human body, that we die in accident, or we die by natural death, we die by disease, etc. So similar to the tree which dies one day, our human body also dies. And there are two birds in the tree. Similarly, there are two matters or two divine entities inside us. One is ourself, which is the Jivatma. Body is different, we are different. If I say this is my eyes, I am different and my eye is different. My eye is a part of my body, whereas I am the soul. So inside the human body there are two entities. One is Jivatma, which is soul, which is ourself, and the other one is Paramatma, which is the Almighty God, the second bird. And the mantra says one of the bird is Swadavat Pippalam. One of the bird is Palam means fruit. One of the bird is eating the fruit. What is that fruit we are eating every day, every second, every moment? We are undergoing, or we are enjoying, or we are having suffering of the karma phal, which is the result of the deeds which we do in each and every life. Swad means we are tasting. Sometimes it is very tasty, our life is happy. Sometimes we get diseases, we are sad. Sometimes we end up in losing money in the business, so we are again getting sad. So happiness, sadness, swad, our life is changing like that. That is because of our own deeds which we do from time immemorial. Whereas Almighty God, here the secret comes, very very deep secret. Almighty God does not eat the fruit. That means whatever deed which Almighty God does, the deed such as creation of universe, destruction of universe, God does not need to undergo the result of those deeds. That is why it is mentioned in this mantra, Anshan, he does not eat the fruit of his deeds, because his deeds are divine deeds, and he is the Chakashiti, he is witness to our deeds. We are doing some activity today, we are doing some sins today, or we are doing some pious deeds today. God is watching us, and he is not watching us externally, he is inside us, he is inside the human body. Whenever we do any activity, even before doing the activity, he is the witness to that. He is the witness. He does not stop or he does not inspire us to do the deed. That is why Vedas always speaks about the free will. If God is inspiring us to do a deed, then that is not a free will. Many people ask in YouTube also that why, if God is knowing that this guy is going to kill someone, why is not God stopping him? God does not have this kind of nature. God does not. If God stops somebody, then that means He is inspiring him to do the deed or not do the deed. Then if God is inspiring the deed, why He will give? Then God giving punishment or happiness, that means God is doing favor. So God is always impartial. That is the reason God is just a witness to us, and He witnesses it whenever we do a sin or whenever we do a pious deed. Accordingly, the similar result is awarded to us when we take the next body in the next janmas. So this secret is also to be understood here very carefully. And the other secret here, which my Acharya always mention, is God does not need to undergo the result. That means God does not need to take a birth, because to take a human birth or any birth, animal birth, we need we are taking birth because we have to undergo our happiness and sufferings of the various deeds, right? So similarly, here mantra itself says God does not need to undergo the karma phal, so He does not need a body. That is why God never takes avatar. Sri Krishna took birth. People say that Sri Krishna is avatar, Shiva was avatar, Sri Ram was avatar. Everyone suffered in their life. Sri Krishna did undergo lot of sufferings in his life. Similarly, Sri Ram did undergo lot of sufferings in their life. This is all because of their own deeds. Whereas the mantra clarifies that God does not come into the trap of karma. The same knowledge also has been given by Patanjali Muni in his Yoga Shastra, that God is Purusha Ishvara Visheshaha. God is the mightiest among souls, because He does not need to undergo the sufferings or happiness of his karma. So this is the deep secret here. If we understand this kind of secrets, we will not get into illusion of idol worship, thinking that Sri Krishna is Almighty God. He said in Bhagavad Gita that He is the Almighty God. He never said He is Almighty God. Sri Krishna told Bhagavad Gita because it is a pravachan, Vedic pravachan or Vedic knowledge He gave to Arjun. The Vedic knowledge of Sri Krishna can be understood only when some other Vedic philosopher equivalent to Sri Krishna explains it to us, like my Acharya. If we go to my Acharya and understand Bhagavad Gita, we will understand clearly that why Sri Krishna is speaking like this. I have made several videos on this topic, you can see that. But the topic of discussion is not that here. The next secret available in this mantra is God speaks about three entities here. Number one is the tree. Number two is the two birds. Dva Suparna, two birds. 2 plus 1 is 3. That is why Veda speaks about Traitvad. Number 1 is the human body, which is made from the Prakriti. Prakriti, Jivatma, Paramatma, Traitvad. These three are eternal entities. By eternal means, these three do not have a mother, father. These three do not have a raw material from which it is made. They are eternal. So that is why Vedas do not support the Navina Vedanta, which is the Neo Vedanta, which says that everything is God. You are God, I am God, this universe is God. Only thing we are seeing the universe because of our illusion. No, this is absolutely wrong, and this is also proved in this Ved mantra. Unless and otherwise we listen Ved mantra from an Acharya, we will not be able to understand or relate the secrets of Vedas. Of course, I am just trying to explain you the meaning here, which I listen from my Acharya. It is this, even including this Ved mantra, everything has to be listened only from an Acharya. Whatever I am telling to you is not Vedas. Whatever I am telling to you is a bookish knowledge or Sahita only. The Vedas knowledge can be understood only if we listen it from a Samadhista yogi. But anyways, I had taken permission from my Acharya to do a Ved Prachar to make people understand what is there in Vedas, so that at least some people can search the truth or go to shelter of a yogi. That was my purpose to make this video or other videos also. I hope you would have understood. I request you to spread the video as much as possible if you are interested. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.